they're having a lot of possibilities to try to pick up the hero using the Vanny. But the setup, I think like with the town along with the penalty zone, it will cause a lot of stuff. But BAHRAIN still have the chance to actually try to bully Iraq in the mid lane here using the Eve to try to poke in out to the Valentina, despite I don't think it's going to be that easy with the Suzoi's performance in the previous game.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. It's now or never for BAHRAIN. If they want to come back in the series, they gotta go and equalize it first. Before Iraq, one game away, one step away from securing a clean sweep. Let's see what happens here in the Land of Dawn.
Yup. And the Demon Slayer versus the High and Dry, it happens in the previous game as well with the heroes that they were using here. Fubuki really needs to play aggressively to try to push down the movement and also the growth coming from Matt. But in the bottom lane, we saw the power from this Spectre using the Terizla. He's just like poking a lot of damage towards BAHRAIN. It's so much different with the previous game when we saw that actually Look At Me was trying to win a lot in the early game situation. But so plays Troy.
Nice mobility there by Fubuki, very well timed, and it almost takes Troy down, but it does bait out the flicker, which is going to be massive right now. Pixie is opening up the bush. Troy canceled out. This may be the kill right now. First blood over to Suzoi. And Mad, once again, not having the best of times. That's going to be Takiza, who rotates the cables, only targeting Pixie, but they don't even find the kill. So it's a free kill over to Iraq.
Free kill, and despite that it's using the flicker, I still think that the Vanny unable to secure the kill is also like wasting a lot of time for BAHRAIN here. The Iraq right now, they are leading in terms of gold, but still everything can still happen inside the Land of Dawn, depend on the situation they can try to put on. But Look At Me. Homework is gonna be super important to try to pick off the back laner of Iraq. If he's able to secure maybe a clan, it's gonna be huge for BAHRAIN. But the setup for the turtle, I thought it's gonna be on the hand of Vanny because of the mobilization that he is having inside of the Land of Dawn, but it's not. It's gonna be Iraq that is securing that one.
Even the purple buff, this is not looking good, right? 5 seconds for the Fredrin's purple buff, technically, and they need to rotate their ASAP because they want to take the purple buff away from Takiza. He's already on it right now, but Pixie has rotated as well. He has a Divine Judgment. He can actually go on to Takiza right now, but asking the cables, running away. No purple buff for the Fanny in the 2nd minute of the game. They are shutting Takiza down. They are not letting him get anything on the map.
This is the pressure that we are expecting. After witnessing the first game, we saw that actually how free the Vanny is in the first game, but in the top lane again, the perfect match and also the flicker being used here, forced to be used because 3 members gathering around trying to get over the Atlas. They want to give the pressure over pressure. They're suffocating BAHRAIN here to seek for another way to seek for the goal. Look at that one. The Vanny is not as aggressive as before. This is like 3 minutes. Previously, he is getting like 3 kills or 4 kills on his hand, but at this moment, he's not getting one single assist.
Yup.
Try to lead the game.
That was a very, very interesting interaction between the Divine Judgment and the Perfect Match. Good Terrify from Suzoi before he walks away. Just prevents any sort of engage from happening right now as they are looking to go for that gold turret up top. And honestly, Fubuki is doing a pretty good job at shutting Mad down, but I don't think they're doing the best that they can. I think they can bully Mad a bit more in that gold lane, but they are opting to just shut down the Fanny. That's a penalty zone already. Spectre picking up the kill onto Maul. Troy finds the Fatal Lace, but that's the Fatal Lace back onto him by Suzoi. A brilliant move. Look At Me brought back to the team right now. Spectre jumps in with damage once again onto Suzoi as well. They're able to dish out so much. Look At Me is super tanky. He will not fall, but that's so much, again, of value onto the hands of Iraq.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, more and also try getting picked off with that I am you stealing over the battle link that is fatal for the side of Team Bahrain because they are unable to even secure the kill and they are not stopping. And look at the penalty zone that is being popped.
That's the penalty zone, bringing Troy back, but look at the damage coming through. Oh my god, the fadeaway kill. 2 members low, and that might be the double kill for Takiza. He finds the double, doesn't get the purple buff though, and that's what Iraq technically want here. Split, popped in, look at me, able to disengage. Iraq gets the purple buff away now. Fubuki dealing a lot of damage onto Mad. Might be able to force a dive right now, but he has to be careful. Takiza is rotated with no purple buff. Fubuki might be able to outplay this, but that's the basic attack, and the high and dry doing work.
Yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't even need Matt to help him out to try to seek for the kill towards this clean. It's just like as fast as possible to secure the points. But oh, this is not looking good for the side of Team Iraq. If they are doing a wrong movement, they might be picked off with that battling in the hand of Troy, but Troy decided not to go for it because I don't think that they have enough damage if they don't have the Vanny on their movement, because the Vanny without the purple buff, I think like it's gonna be pretty hard for them. They're gonna be playing slower tempo rather than what Iraq do right now, because Iraq jumping to the top lane.
Okay, they gotta be careful though. Fatal Links bringing him back in under the turret. That's a Fatal Links as well. Picks up Mo, but he is in the real world inflation form. Mad able to flicker out. Takiza finds the trade back, now looking for the kill. Jumping in, immobilized down by Fubuki as he looks for the siege onto the turret. Gets it. And that's Bahrain, who loses out on another trade. It's a 2 for 2, but guess who picks up the turret? It's Iraq. Objectives will stay destroyed, whereas the players can respawn.
Yeah. This is the thing that they do. They keep trying to pressure Bahrain, but also getting something aside of that one. But Spectre actually doing a lot of job here, just like seeking the information, giving the pressure towards the side of Team Iraq here. But the bottom lane.
Okay, Spectre with the penalty zone, now buying some time. Actually onto Takiza, dealing a whole lot of damage. Takiza needs to respect this. That's the Bloodlust Axe doing work. 3 members, a whole lot of resources, all for the XP laner, who is 2-1 at that point. Not even a bounty picked up, so it's honestly still Iraq who finds the better value in that trade.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're securing the turtle. They're just giving time. This Spectre just giving time for the rest of the player from Team Iraq to secure the turtle, to go further with the objective gameplay, with all of the initiation that they do. It's 3 members. They need 3 to take down Terizla. That is very tanky with the Bloodlust Eggs, and now he's going for another maybe tanky item on his hand. If he's going for the Radiant Armor, it's just gonna be like looking so good for the hand of Team Iraq here. While we see there is no cancellation for the Teresa's heal here. There is no halberds yet. There is no necklace of durance that is being made, and I think for this Eve, he's gonna be focusing on the enchanted talisman to have more and more time to do war here. But in the mid lane, almost.
Oh, beautiful Fatal Links onto 4 members! And that's the Wombo down with the real world manipulation. Claws caught all the way. The slam, pass, locks him down. Beautiful set by Bahrain to get them back into the game. Instantly, gold lead gone for Iraq. And they're looking for more turrets into the mid lane. Bottom lane, you can already say Fubuki, try to look for a trade, but he has to recall here, knowing that Look at Me has popped in the split to rotate down below. And that's another objective on to the hands of Bahrain. They're even going to take the tier 1 up top.
Oh my god, that momentum with one perfect fatal lane here, it's really fatal to the hand of Team Iraq. Without the Purify on their hand, they're definitely not going to be able to survive that kind of situation. The Flicker is being used, but guess what? There is still another follow-up damage coming from the Takiza that can chase them to the end of the world, even if you're jumping to very far away from the map. But yeah, right now, Bahrain's taking back the control. But if they are unable again to find out how to actually end up the game, it's not going to be looking good for them. What kind of things that they need to do after winning that kind of war? What kind of objective that they will try to seek for this one? They're already securing some of the turrets, but they also need to transfer it out to something else. And I think Look at Me have a very big homework to chase down over the backline of Team Iraq, especially Fubuki, that is trying to deal a lot of damage using the quick draw from the backside.
Now, what do Iraq need to do, right? They gotta be very disciplined. They gotta be careful because they have been completely disrespecting Bahrain here, knowing that they have the early lead, but they still can't be doing that, right? Takiza, whoa, waiting a bit too long for those cables, man. Could have been fatal for him. Zoe's still waiting in the bush, spots Takiza. He's forced to run away back to recall. Now this does give Iraq a little bit more space to play with, to set up for the Lord. But again, they cannot disrespect Bahrain. They cannot disrespect mainly the Atlas. Troy's waiting in that bush. This could be fatal. Fubuki is wide open for the taking right now. Look at Me wants to go for it as well. Bottom lane going to be managed right there by the Fanny. Look at Me. Slam, pass with the split as well. Fubuki brought back, and it's a bait! The flicker out to safety. Fubuki with a great play. Bringing Look at Me away from the team. Now bringing him under the turret. That's the isolation clause. Picks up the retribution. And it's a blunder by Bahrain. They're unable to find anything on that engage. Now Look at Me is all isolated up. Claws doing a good job right now at zoning the other members away, the backline away. That's Look at Me taken out. That's the main frontliner down for Bahrain. And it's a win. A massive one for Iraq.
Yeah, they're getting out the Lord, they're getting the frontliner, and also another one here, the high ground hero from Bahrain. Another pick up happened, and even they are not doing the split push that we are expecting. I thought the Vanny will not joining the war to get over the turret, base turret maybe in the bottom lane, but it's not the case. They're just like focusing to take another neutral objective, and with the Lord that is marching to the mid lane of Bahrain, they really need to be careful over all of this light movement, but battling!
Flicker, Fatal Links combo onto Claws and Pixie. Only the front liners right now. Now it's going to be Takiza who rotates in with the cable. Suzoi, very, very tanky. Able to take the damage there with no problem. But the real world manipulation locks them down. Mo with a perfectly placed RWM. Now it's a split to take Suzoi down. And they've definitely overextended there in the mid lane. They're still going to go for more though. As the bottom lane, tier 2 will be taken out. Fubuki's still waiting in the back. Just hitting slowly but surely. Getting some damage down. Iraq are able to equalize the turret lead that Bahrain had. And look at the gold lead back to Iraq as well.
Oh my god, but Troy, they really need to be careful of Troy. Troy keeps doing what is he needs to be done before. He's doing a really good job with the battle league along with the perfect match. He kept trying to get over the Klaus along with the Fubuki here. Fubuki still finding a way to have a very safe position. Well, for Spectre, I do feel like this is the case, right? You are facing with Teresa, but you still need to use the battle lane. If you are doing a really not really good movement, it's not looking so good, but in the bottom lane, Cutthroat, I don't think surviving for Spectre, going against Takiza that is actually dealing tons of damage right there.
Not too sure what the plan was there from Spectre. He's 2 levels below Takiza, and when we take a look at the gold, obviously Takiza has a massive lead in that department with a 7-kill lead. Still wanted to go for that though. Pixie now rotating away. Another strange decision for Troy not to go for that, but that's why Claws. That's a split push Fredrin. I've never seen that before, but it works out here. Cable's coming through right now as that's going to be Troy zoned away. Claws will fall. And the timing could not be worse for Iraq. The Lord spawns in 5 seconds, but Claws was able to get a base turret down.
Yeah, they tried to bait it out with the presence coming from the Iraq, but I don't think it's worth it at this point after the pick-up that happens towards Klaus because of the movement that is being done, despite that they are getting the base turret, but the Lord will be super expensive. Suzoi is trying so hard to
Massive Fatal Links in a penalty zone to follow through, even a Divine Judgment on Tamal. Flicker forced out. Maul just running away right now. Suzoi tries to chase him down, but the split comes through. Look at Me dealing a lot of damage. That's a shutdown from Maul. They need to play it slow, but Fubuki will be able to gun Maul down. Look at Me now running down on Spectre, but he's going to lose out on the damage, and it's a wipeout for Iraq. They want to look for the end. They want to go for the 2-0. 5 seconds on the death timers. Midway spawning in, buying a little bit more time. Troy has the flicker. Can he buy enough time for the team? The answer will surely be no. As Ibuki just goes and tunnel visions onto the base. It's a clean sweep for Iraq.
Oh my god, Suzoi! That is Sugoi! They're just like doing a really good job with that battling combo. It's just so... I don't know, the setup is just like looking so good. The confidence that he's going in with the battling is just like creating so much problem from the side of Bahrain. They are desperately need the Lord after seeing the potential. I mean, like, there is no Klaus, there is no Fredrin, there is no retribution. They can go for it, but because of that one moment with the IMU, this is the power of Valentina, ladies and gentlemen. This is the power when Valentina going into the right hand. They can just utilize every kind of resources inside of Let Us and try to change the game. I thought at first they just gonna be trying to drag the time until the Fredrin back to the land of Dawn. But the damage, that is massive, Mirko.
Oh, it's more than massive.
Triple
Suzoi.